All right, yo, 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 yo. I'm right back for a minute. So yeah, like I said, man, the fact is, like I said, you know, nobody could ever walk in my shoes, man. You know what I mean? That's the point that's really been proven, and I mean, it's been proven every day. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's the whole thing. Like all this stuff that I've been experiencing and going through, like I just know nobody could walk in my shoes, man. Nobody. You know what I mean? God told me there's a purpose for my pain, and this whole experience has been for me about turning pain into power. So, something I believe in very much, you know. So, it's what I'm going to continue to try to do. But like I said, um, I'm going to keep on moving forward no matter what. I got to you know, keep on pushing. And, you know, I don't know. I saw another reading download talking about God is going to make you rich his way. That's cool. I'm all with God's will and what God wants, 100%. You know, but I just know I've put everything I possibly have and everything I can into this, and you know, I just want to see it actually, pay off and work out. That's all, and I believe it's going to. But like I said, it's just hard. This whole time period is hard waiting for whatever is coming. I mean, I don't know. They just keep saying it's coming. I don't know. They keep saying all this money is coming, all these different things. Like, I don't get it personally, but okay. You know, said it's coming out of nowhere. Some of the readings are saying now. I mean, it wasn't always like that. It's like it's leading up to something. So it's very surreal to watch because nobody in the public is seeing it all out of my point of view. Like you see what I share, but that's it. You don't actually see all the downloads and it's like a whole conversation. You know what I mean? And it just continues and continues. And like I said, as far as I'm concerned, what I've witnessed and seen, all them readings and downloads have proven to be true in chronological order. You understand? So it's like pretty crystal clear to me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll have to see what comes next and, be patient and keep on moving forward. And that's about it. Feel me? But it is what it is. I'm getting so famous now. I mean, I got folks saying hi to me. I have no idea who they are. And I'm not even in the bat suit or nothing, so it's kind of funny. But I don't know. I guess I really am famous. That's the thing. Like I never made a big deal out of it. I still don't to this day. But you know, that's the thing, man. I see folks and I see what they own and I see what it is, and I went and took a look at something on this network earlier. And I was looking at it. I was like, man, folks really think they doing something, huh? Man, you have no idea, bro. You must not have ever seen when I was traveling and when I was moving around. You must never have seen me when all these folks met me on here because I was rich as hell. I'm talking about all the money. You know what I mean? And like I said, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? I had so much money I didn't know what to do with, man. That's what God keeps telling me He's about to do for me again. And I could see it happening because I do God's will because all I do is help people and take care of people, you know, truly take care of everyone and help them. So I could see God rewarding me and, for all my struggles and everything I've endured. And, like I said, I see myself definitely getting some court settlements at some point here and all that. So I see it all happening, man. I see it all genuinely coming together. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. Hi. How you doing?
Fine.
Hi. I'm sure everybody knows who I am. She went out of her way to say hi. I kind of could tell already. I notice energies, pick up on energies. I can tell like who's hurting me. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's cool. I mean, like I said, I have no idea what's going on, man. I have no idea anything. I don't know what God is doing. Some of it, I don't know who knows me or who doesn't. I don't even know about my own fame. I have no idea. So it's like, for me, it's crazy, you know, but I don't know. Like I said, hopefully at some point I can meet somebody that genuinely wants to help me, um, so I can get going, you know, so I can be able to at least get started and have a real base to build from. You need somebody else to do that. I can't do it on my own anymore. I've been doing it on my own this entire time for really my whole life. I've been on my own since I was 16, man. You know, 36, man. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I don't feel 36 at all, and I for sure don't look it. So I don't know, but yeah, like I said, man, I got folks in they fields every day. They in they fields for no reason. I see some kind of cat. Looks like a Siamese. I love Siamese cats. That's the one thing I want, man. If I get this money, if God bless me and give me all the money, I'm for sure getting myself a kitten. For sure. I just want one. I think that's all I want to start is a kitten, at least. Because then it starts getting too crazy. You get too many pets. But I just want one kitten that, like, I can take care of and raise the right way, and it'll be loyal. That's all I want. But we'll see what happens. I see some people have all sorts of different pets. I'm like, is it really necessary? Like, some of them I think you gotta have licenses for and stuff like that. I'm not talking about just like here. I'm talking about like on social media and stuff. One of them, it looked like a bobcat. I was like, what the hell? I don't know. I guess I'm sure you could. Some of them, I don't know. Some of them other kind of cats, I'm sure that's how it works, but you need like some kind of license or something to own them. But he was pretty cool looking. But yeah, like I said, we just gotta be patient and keep pushing forward. And I don't know, just try to be patient, man. Keep on praying. I hope God answers my prayers. I need this money, man. I need another chance so I can start my new life. I want to start over completely fresh, new, and rebuild everything from scratch. And now I have the whole knowledge, the strength, and power to do it all. That's the truth. Like, I'm not in the position I was in back when I went to Vegas or San Antonio or Lytle or Austin. At any point, I've never been in this position. I've never been this like strong. You know what I mean? Like, truly, even with what I'm going through, I mean, I'm able to withstand and go through it because I'm strong as hell. I've never been this strong. I've always been capable as hell, but never this capable. And I have been through a lot, so it's going to take some getting used to. If I do get money and I start traveling and moving around again, it's going to take some getting used to because it's just been a while. Folks don't get all this stuff I went through really took a toll. That's the thing. It's not easy. So it just makes it harder to do everything because the stuff I went through is very real, So, but I think I'll get in a groove and get more used to it, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't even know what else to tell you on that. Like I said, I just do my best to keep on pushing forward, keep on building. But Batman is really evolving. I'll tell you that much for sure. I think that's part of this, a transformation. It came out in the readings too. All this stuff comes out in the readings and downloads. Everything I'm telling you is a fact. It talked about like, the pain I'm going through. It said that you're not tired, you're going through a transformation. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's just crazy, because it like never stops. And then, I understand that one video where Batman's like talking to Alfred and he's just tired the way I am now. And he just discouraged and he's telling Alfred, he's like, it's just hard, man. He's like, it never stops, it never ends. That's how I feel right now. You know, it is hard. It's just hard. There's always something else going on. There's always something else to do. Always more folks to save. It might sound funny to you, but it's the truth. It's just hard. It's a hard career. It's not for everybody, obviously. And I love it, but it's just hard. It's difficult, so I don't know. But I never lost my passion for it. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna get back into it, but I just got to get where I'm feeling right and have the energy and feel a little bit better, hopefully physically, and we'll go from there. It might be because of the bulletproof vest. It might be because of the steel armor. It could be anything. I think it's muscular, but definitely something, So I don't know. I notice when I relax and I just am calm, it helps me. So I think it has a lot to do with that and probably my nervous system, But all that martial arts and that vest is, moving around a lot and stuff, and that armor's moving around a lot. And hopefully I'm good, man, But I'm gonna get going. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, and that's about it, man. I hope all y'all have a great day. It's nothing but love and positivity over here always. And like I said, I'm just gonna keep on shining and keep doing what I'm doing and waiting on God. He told me it's coming, so I don't know. But like I said, that's the thing. Like, it's to the point, literally, bro. Like, I literally wish that I could meet someone genuine online and get me, or like anywhere, and just get me like an actual real girlfriend that drives and has a job and wants to help, or better yet, drives and just has money and doesn't have a job. Because that's the thing. I don't really want like, a situation where it's somebody that just works a job, because I don't want to remain in one place. That's the thing. I need to meet a woman like from somewhere else that has money and wants to like travel with me and, show up and come to me, or bring me out where they're at. You know what I mean? Where I can travel again, because it's really what I want at this point. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to start looking. Like, I gotta figure out how to do this. That's what folks don't get. Like, I built the whole thing. I put in so much work. It's unbelievable. As far as like building a business, nobody could ever come close. I mean, ever. So now that's the last step I'm missing. Like, I need a partner. You know, Truly, I need somebody that really wants to do the real thing, and then that way I could just build. You know, but that's all it takes. Just takes somebody with money and who can drive and has a decent situation anywhere, and wants to actually contribute and back me and support me. It just takes someone actually being behind you, and that definitely does exist. You know what I mean? It's out there, but it's just hard to find it when I'm so limited in what I can do right now because of all these games that have been played and all this nonsense. So uh, it's like I'm in a great position. I just want to build off of it. You feel me? I'm in a great corporate position, right? Not corporate America, but my own corporations that I'm building up from the ground up, and I'm building an empire, and I own all of it. It all belongs to me. I just don't ever sweat that detail. Like I said, the things that these folks care about, I could care less about. That's why I talk the way I talk for a reason. You understand? So, like I said, I mean, there's a method to my madness and a formula to what I'm doing. But like I said, I got myself into a great, amazing position now. I just gotta, I don't know. I need something to give, man. I need God to deliver. I need some kind of opportunity, something that's gonna really, allow me to propel and take off and have my, success really get to the next level. So I don't know. That was the thing, like with that church group thing, that thing could have worked out for me, man. It could have been an opportunity to help me. It would have allowed me to at least get out and travel and do things. And like, I really wish that it would have been all right. I really wish that it would have worked out genuinely, but it just wasn't the right people at all. And I just realized it's a very evil thing, and everything they're doing, in my opinion, is not right and illegal. So, if it wasn't for that, I mean, it could have been cool. If it was a real experience, what I mean, where you actually have fun and people were actually in a good mood, and, everybody was just laid back and easy going, it could have been cool as hell, because I could have used that as an avenue to travel, and I could have kept promoting my channel. And, I just don't understand why it can't be like that. Like, what I mean, just because a few folks are desperate for money and they can't make money on their own, so they're looking to, take advantage and try to make money through that, and none of them are even making any bread. It's just crazy, but like I said, it is what it is. Give me a minute. But yeah, I don't know, man. It would have been cool. What I mean? I don't know. I'm not seeing any real avenues. I'm not seeing any like openings for anything. I'm not seeing any opportunities. And then the world is like, you know, going through it right now. And we got this Arctic thing going on. Like, temperature's pretty nice out here. Like I said, it was drizzling earlier, raining a little bit, but it's been pretty nice. So I don't even know, bro. You know, I just know I put everything I have into this. I'm building a legacy. What I'm doing is my family's legacy. I take it very serious, and I don't know. I just wish that something would give, man. I just wish that like somebody would come out of nowhere and help me with everything. That's all it takes. Just take somebody who's in a good situation to say, well, hey, I got a vehicle I drive, and what I mean, I'll drive you wherever you need, and like I'll help you out with the money and like get you going, and like we can work together and do everything together. Like, that's not out of the question. That's normalcy. That's like normal stuff. That's the thing. Like, folks, want to act confused. There's nothing to be confused about. I'm in a great position. Everything for me is amazing. I'm in a great position. So what you mean? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, when I got, like, that's crazy, man. That's the ultimate win, when you got folks and they feelings that much over your success. Like, right? But like I said, I don't know. I need an opportunity so I can build on top of everything. I want more. I want a whole lot more. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with these so-called women. I'll tell you that much. It's crazy, man. I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. They all in their own world, and all of them are pretty much doing nothing. Like, I'm saying the truth. That's the point. Like, you're supposed to be looking for a man, and you're here for me. Like, what do you think you're here for? You're here for me. All of you are here for me, 100%. This is crazy. So that's what I'm saying. I'm here working hard as hell and doing my thing, and what any woman should want, because I go out and get it. Like, even Tupac said the same thing. Like, I hustle, but like I do way more than anybody. So I'm everything that any woman would want, right? And instead they want to waste their time and not accomplish anything and just sit around doing nothing. Like, I can't do it, man. I'm a Sigma Alpha. That's the difference. Like, y'all will waste your time. I can't. Like, it's not in me to do it. Like, you know, understand what I'm saying? That's why you never see me in environments like that are stagnated and people are just sitting around, because I can't handle it. I literally can't do it. Like, I can't do small talk because I'm a Sigma Alpha male, and the rarest form of male there is. Sigma Alpha, they always use, like the symbol of a gorilla, which, we use for, Sneed Enterprises as well, because that's like the ultimate alpha, thing, that and like a lion or tiger, right? And I mean, we're going to use other things, don't get me wrong, but my point is just, it's a lot similar to that. I think Batman is a lot similar to that too. Real talk. think that's why it kind of looks like it, and it represents what you should be able to figure it out. But my whole point is, I don't know, man. I need something to fall through, bro. I need something to give. I want change. That was the thing of why when I went to these other places like Green Bay and Minneapolis, I took it seriously and I was really trying to build so that I would never, be in this position where I could move around and do what I needed to do. And that's why folks don't understand, like, nah, bro, that was very important to me. And that was my avenue, and I worked so hard so I could build a future and build everything and have consistency and be able to move around. I had everything in order, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I mean? Because, for every closed door, God will open another. God's going to give me a better opportunity. I know that, in time. And I mean, He gave me a better opportunity through what I'm doing. But I just, I don't know. I needed that consistency. So it's basically like this. I mean, we got to get real at some point. I mean, either this money is coming, which I believe it is somehow, and God's just going to bless me beyond belief and give me all this money to work with because, you know, I don't know. I mean, if it doesn't or how long I have to wait, I have no idea. I mean, then I'm going to have to figure it out somehow at some point. I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I really don't want to be in that position in Austin. That's what I'm saying. You never know what's going on too. Like, what if I had gone up there right now and then all this stuff is happening? You know what I mean? With nowhere to go out there. Come on, bro. You see the point? Like, that's the thing. Like, it all stems down to the same thing, that I should have folks that really care about me. You know what I mean? Like, I should have folks holding me down and making sure I'm good, like for real, like around me, like friends, like people who care, like a girlfriend, like it just don't make no sense to me. It makes none. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If anyone deserves it, it's me. You know what I mean? Just like my father told me, that's exactly what my dad said to me. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, but like I said, I mean, if stuff doesn't start shaking and moving pretty soon here around the corner, since I mean I'm about to be at 3 years as Batman and be at my 3 year anniversary. Like, I'm not staying out here another year. I'll tell you straight up right now. Not even a couple more months if I have a choice. Like, if that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all keep talking and this and that. I mean, all y'all can send me money and donate, man. If you send me money, it allows me to get these funds so I can hop on a bus and try at least and try to start making these trips and go on some vacations at least to see what I'm doing. Like, that's the thing. Like, everything should be like a vacation. I get out, get on a bus, go somewhere, have an experience, and come back. That's the way we start, right? If we have to, or just go somewhere and find work and figure it out from scratch. I don't know. But, I ain't doing this for another year. Not here. Hell no. I mean, I put in 3 good years as the real Batman. I've accomplished everything more than anyone. I mean, truly. And I don't want to do this here. I want to do this somewhere else, and I want to do it with money, though. That's the problem. I need the funds, I need the budget, I need the money. Without it, I mean, what are we doing? We're gonna go out in the street and I'm gonna do the same thing. I mean, yeah, I could do it, but I mean, it just ain't smart. I mean, we got to just get real at some point. It's not wise. It's not a smart move, in my opinion. It's not. Like, you need money. You know what I mean? And I need the resources, and I got to be able to have the money for scooters and motorcycles and everything to roll around on. I got to be able to get everything right for that. Like, it takes money, man. So I don't understand. That's the thing, because there's always something going on where it makes it impossible to come up or move around. It was the same thing in Minneapolis. Like, I was trying to climb up. I was trying to climb up in Green Bay. Then the stock did its thing, right? Then the market did its thing. And then it's just always been something. It's always some kind of roadblock. And I mean, that's just part of life, and I get it. But I mean, it just, at some point, it's already hard enough, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, when you had all that stuff going on in Green Bay and everything, like, I mean, it gave me my career, but I for sure am going to get away from that. And the thing that people don't understand is, like, I'm about to completely go off the grid, in case you were wondering. Like, the minute I get any money that's substantial, I'm leaving here and I'm not telling anyone where I'm going. I'm going completely off the grid. For real this time. I wouldn't tell anyone where I'm going. You understand? Like that's the thing. Like I'm gonna be, completely like untraceable pretty soon. That's what folks don't get. And I want to be able to do it with money so I can be Batman and do my thing. That's why they said God said you're going into hiding. Like I guess that's maybe what it means, you know? Because I'm talking about like however I gotta go off grid, that's what we doing. Straight up. I'm going off grid, bro. You understand? So and I'm talking for real though. So it's like, you know, it's just odd to me, man, because I graduated to this level spiritually and just in the world, and I've accomplished so much, and it's like, gotta have the money, man. You know, gotta have the money and funds to move around. There's too much that's happened, too much, like too many games, like need the money. Once I get the money, I can do everything. So I don't know, but I don't know. That's what I'm gonna be trying to figure out and focus on, I guess. I mean, it's crazy, man. Like I just don't get it. I'm just here, and there's nothing here. Not only is there nothing here, but there's no opportunities. There's no way. Like that's the thing. I don't have access to anything that I need to figure out what the next move is. Like if I was in major cities, I'm glad that I'm not. Like, but at the same time, like if I was there, they have a lot of resources. There's a structure to places. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I just know I need money, and I know I need to make a move and try to just figure it out and start over somewhere. But I don't know. We're gonna have to just see what happens and go from there. You feel me? Like I said, it's been a wild journey, this entire thing. It's all been crazy. So I don't know. But I'm always thankful to God. I'm thankful for my blessings. I'm just thankful and grateful. It's just I'm just tired, man. I want to see a change. And I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. But that was the thing that I was talking about with that whole church group and all that. Like I said, that was the avenue I could have used to travel. That was the point of it for me. Is like honestly, like I don't care what folks are talking about at any time. I care about what I need to do. You understand? That's why I was able to use it for what it was worth, and it worked out for me, and it helped me clearly because I built a whole foundation and all of this with it. Actually, you know what I mean? Because I was talking and traveling and talking to people and communicating, but like that's what I'm saying. That was an avenue for me to be able to travel, and the traveling is a big deal because I can actually like scout out and see these different places and see what they have to offer and stuff. So that's the thing. Like it has to be some way of traveling like where I'm free to do what I want to do, so I don't know. But I'll say it again, like any of these women out there, it ain't about what you have. I could care less what you have. You could have nothing. But I'm just saying, I need to get me some girlfriend that can drive and can move around and wants to actually support and help and build together. That's what I need at this point because this is I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't know. God is real, and I believe God will do it 100%. I know God will do it. So I'm just saying that this year, it's 2026. I need to change the scenery, bro. I gotta, and it's hard enough as is to even do that, for a lot of reasons. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out, and we're gonna have to just do the best we can, and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I believe in God. I know it's going to work out somehow. I just don't know how. It ain't my plan. It's God's plan. So on that note, I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Much love and respect. But yeah, like I said, this year, I'm going to have to figure it out somehow. I don't care if it's manually. I'm going to have to figure out how to start traveling and moving around. And like, I want to see these places again. And the thing is, like, Austin is like my go-to to try to build. And I really would like to change that. I want to go to California. Like, that's one of the places I want to go. I want to go to New Orleans. I want to go to California. But like California is somewhere that I feel like if I just got there, I could have a chance of really making it out there. That's how I feel because it's new. It's brand new for me. I know they got to have resources. They might have a lot. and it's got to be like the right city too. But that's the thing, like it's just there's too much going on. There's too much going on in the streets. There's just too much going on, period, and people don't help. Like nobody assists or help or wants to work together. You know what I mean? At least not when it comes to me, because I'm a grown man. So that's the thing. That's why these folks are funny, man, because they'll be talking, but you got to remember, I'm a grown man. It's different for me. You understand? It is. It's much harder for a man in this world, period, for everything in every regard. So it's like it is what it is. I've been a man through and through. I've been a straight G and a gangster about everything, and I'm gonna continue to be. You know what I mean? And I love myself. I love how I've manned up for everything. I've just been a straight G about everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I hope it works out, man. I hope an opportunity comes out of nowhere, and I'm just praying, waiting on God and waiting on God to deliver. That's it. All right. Talk to you in a minute, man. Keep it real.